This one for them all. Parents, teachers, caregiver, community support, anybody who has a child in their life that they love, they support, they're wanting to see the best for. Let's talk about how does a child discipline in school affects way more than a day's behavior chart. You see the title. Let's go. Or consistently disciplined, especially in early grades, it starts a paper trail. So parents, that behavior that your student is displaying, even as low as elementary school, in the daily world that we live in where everything is electronic based, it's not sitting in a folder somewhere. It is actually creating a paper trail that leads to special education referrals, behavior intervention plans, and depending on the severity, sometimes alternative school placement, especially if they don't have the right support advocating for their needs. Let's talk about it. As an ESE teacher by trade, I have to say some of these referrals and placements are helpful, but I also have to remind you that some of them are more based on behavior and not learning needs. Here's the wild part. Government agency uses this information that is being ciphered to them to determine how many beds they're going to need in future prisons, whether it be juvenile beds or adult placement beds. The school to prison pipeline is a real thing, parents. Listen, discipline records, truancy, reading levels by the third grade, all are factors that play into long-term planning for juvenile and adult systems. This is why it matters. It is time for us as parents and as teachers, as support systems, to come back together as a community and monitor how our kids are being treated in the school system. It is time for our schools to go back to being a support, not surveillance. It is time for the parents to step back in and parent, be a part of the conversation, ask questions. When you don't understand, seek understanding from outside sources or ask them to break it down. Do not become intimidated, because at the same time, if you're not speaking for your child, who is? One bad day should not define their future. Okay, here's where I take off my educator hat and put on my social action hat. If you are a parent, an educator, or just someone who cares, ask questions. Advocate early, because our kids deserve more than a system planning their failure. If you're a supporter of parents being the determined factor in their child's future, like and follow this page.